Welcome to the Liberating River, where spiritual freedom meets soul-aligned wealth. I'm your guide, Wanda F. Nesbitt. Let's break free, build boldly, and live fully together. Boundaries allow that good stuff to come in and stay. And isn't that what you want? It doesn't deplete from you. It doesn't do any kind of harm. Like I said, just like a water filtration system, it comes in, it purifies, it filters out those things that'll take away so that you can keep the nourishment. So why not do that with you, with your heart, with your space, with your being? It's important. In addition, this year is about building a filtration system in your mind, in your thoughts. Not every thought deserves your agreement. Not every inner voice speaks truth. You want to know why? Because it's already been contaminated by those external things and environments that we have. So sometimes, yes, you got to turn stuff off. And what? It's okay. It's okay. I'll tell this to you this way. Some of those thoughts, they're leftovers. Leftovers from what? From you being in survival mode. How long do you leave leftovers in your fridge? Some people, they say 2 days, 3 days. Depending on the fridge, they might say, I can stretch it 5 days because my fridge keeps it cold and but eventually, I wouldn't stretch it over 5 days. I wouldn't. But some people may. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, leftovers, they get trashed eventually. So that's what you have to do. That's what I have to do. Allow the leftovers to go. Allow that filtration system to sniff it out, test it out, monitor it, and say, oh, nope, I can't take that belief. I can't take that belief because that does not match up to what I have been through and have witnessed. Can't do it. Because sometimes those beliefs are formed based on what? On what? On what you experienced. And that's because you didn't have any better option. You're allowed to question the stories you've been telling yourself. You're allowed to do that. It's okay. It's called growth. What you learned in the 5th grade, you should question them now. What you learned in kindergarten, you should question them now. So why can't you question those things along your journey so that you become a better person? You're allowed, hear me, you're allowed to pause before believing something. You're allowed. You are allowed to pause before believing something. That's your right. That's called wisdom. Because you're not gullible. You're not. It's okay to pause and ponder. And do your own searching. It's okay. Resetting your mindset isn't about positivity. You haven't heard me say that at all, have you? Nothing about positivity. It's about discernment. It's about learning how to discern what's beneficial and what's not. And then let's talk about the big thing that everybody's been talking about coming into 26. Money. Money. And it's unfortunate a lot of people have avoided the conversation of money. A lot of people have. We are seeing more and more individuals talking about money now, but they're talking about money now because it has been avoided. You think about it. How many times have you talked about it at your table? I know a lot of people where it was never discussed at the table. Never. And that lack of knowledge kills us. Lack of knowledge, that lack of knowledge holds us in captivity. It does. A reset in money is not about restriction. It's not. It's about alignment. How you spend reflects what you value. Tell the truth. How you spend reflects what you value. How you earn reflects what you believe you deserve. Think about it. And then there's another one. How you save reflects your relationship with safety and trust. These are all things I have dealt with. I have contemplated. You think about it. How do you view money? In one of the previous episodes, I said, money is a tool. I had to learn that. I had to reset my mind and reset how I valued and I looked at money. It's a tool. Money is not God. Money is a tool to accomplish certain things. And when we're afraid of money, our language is very different. Very different. There's a lot of fear that comes out. And if you honestly sit and think about, oh, we can't do that because, oh, don't do that because, you can fill in the blank. I've heard so many different variations of, oh, well, if we do that, then, this is happening. Oh, no, we got to. But if we have dominion, why are we so afraid of that which honestly has no control over us? We're supposed to be the ones in control over it. And that's another piece as to why resetting ourselves is important. Because then we will reset the structure of how we view things and stop putting it up on this pedestal and start appreciating ourselves more than those objects. Because right now, we are worshiping everything. Everything. I didn't say anything about wanting to look nice, wanting to have nice things. Absolutely not. You absolutely need all of that. Absolutely. But how we talk about these things, our mouth, our speech, it promotes life or death. We have to stop, I'm going to say it this way, making such a big deal out of these objects. Because then you'll enjoy it. Then you'll know how to use it as a tool, as you should be. And you will get more. Why? Because that's just the process of how you go, how it goes. You use it. You use the tool as how it's supposed to be used appropriately. It replenishes. That's just how things go. So yes, how you spend reflects what you value. So if you're a penny pincher, you have a mindset of lack. Because you don't penny pinch not unless you have been in a place of, oh, no, I don't want to be without, so I got it. Nope, I'm not going to do it. I didn't say anything about minimalist. I understand that even with being a minimalist, you're doing it because you don't need extra fluff. Got it. Understand. Completely understand. And you can live and survive with certain things, with limited access to certain things. Understand. But that's way different from penny pinching. Penny pinching is out of fear. Minimalist, you're just trying to be more efficient with what you have. So you will get rid of certain things, and you'll say, you know what, I can just live with the bare minimum. Because look, I'm not saying some people aren't doing it because they don't want to be without. But some of the individuals that I have seen and spoken with and have met in person, it wasn't about fear. It was about, I could do more with my money if I had less with this and this. I don't need all of that because I want to travel. You see what I'm saying? That's different than sitting in fear. Oh, because if I do, I won't have money for this and that. When that happens and this happens and this happens. Again, you're speaking life and death over your own self out of fear. So you're giving life to things that typically wouldn't have happened. But because of your fear, you have birthed something that honestly probably wouldn't came to you. But as they say, what you concentrate on, that's what magnifies. That's what comes true. So yeah, unfortunately, how we spend reflects what we value. How we spend, how we earn our money, that money to spend, reflects what you believe you deserve. It does. I can't ask for that raise. Why not? I can't. Why not? You deserve great things. But the only time you'll realize that is when you reset your mind. Stay tuned. To be continued. Coming next week. Thanks for flowing with us on the Liberating River. Subscribe, share, and come back next week
for more wisdom, wealth, and alignment. Stay free, stay grounded, stay bold.